All right. Welcome back to our Nanaike Kumu Volume 5 series. This is Tee and I'm Hema. And if you folks haven't watched our previous videos, please go check it out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram, and our Facebook. Right here, below, you can message us. You can send us your questions and or appreciations for the video, or dislikes if you don't like the video and you want to see us talk about something else, hit it in that comment section below. So today, because it is graduation month, it's not a whole week like it used to be because of our current situations. It's graduation month, so we do not have a secret and or surprise guest this week. So I'd just like to mahalo you folks for spending some time with us, and I'm gonna hand the mic over to T.
I'll catch it. Mahalo, Hema. This has been a beautiful couple weeks for graduation. Like, I really just loved it. I've gone through a couple, like drive-through graduation gives, and live streamed a couple others, especially my personal alma mater, Hanaku. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about a little bit today, with everybody graduating and Olelo no Eau. As we're talking about Olelo no Eau and Nanaike Kumu, our kumu are our kupuna. Our kumu is our aina, and they've gone before us and left us, these beautiful proverbs for us to be able to remember them, to remember place names, to remember how, certain practices might have been done, to remember what they valued, to remember what they were, kind of, judged on other things. Like, I love Olelo no Eau, and sometimes, I'll read through it and I'm like, what does that mean? Because there's some in there that you just like, I don't know, but for me, for my senior year, we had Olelo no Eau that was very present for us. And I know we've been talking story, and even for you, you went to Anuenue, and how many was in your graduating class?
21, 22.
22. How many girls, how many boys?
We had about seven girls, and then the rest was boys.
Yeah, we had 19 girls and 7 boys in ours. And then, of course, many queer, LGBTQIA and identifies how, but it was for me, I loved going to Hana school, and it's such a pride in my heart to have graduated from that place, and to be able to identify myself in that space, and it's not a lot of people similar to Anuenue. It's not like a high mass number of people. Our whole high school, I think we barely hit 100 when I was there. And if you don't know my age, I graduated 20 years ago, so this would have been my 20-year like reunion if we were going to get together with all of our classmates. How many years was it for you, Emma?
7. So
Woo!
yeah, I know. And time flies when you're having fun, I'm guessing. Because by the 5th year, it was like right over the head. So
I just can't believe it's 20. Like, I mean, I don't feel like it was that long ago, but man, you're right. It just flies. And also, if you are watching, we did not plan to kind of be wearing the same thing. It must be the moon, Is it Hilo today, or is it?
I didn't go look last night. I looked a few nights ago.
Or Hoaka.
On Hoaka.
I don't know. I gotta have to look again. But maybe it's the moon. Possible. So what we were saying before, Hema and I were kind of talking about, what was maybe overarching Olelo no Eau for our time. And for me, I remember this is the first time I really started to think through the Olelo no Eau 1913 Kulia I Kanu'u. which says to strive to reach the highest. And it was also the motto of Queen Kapi'olani. And, you know, actually on the next one, it's Kuliai Kanu'ui Kapaipai Kapu o Liloa, strive to reach the summit to the sacred platform of Liloa, strive to do your best. You know, striving for excellence, you know, as a high schooler, you know, as I retrospectively think now, you know, to 20 years ago, and what was excellence, you know, for me, other than get good grades, make sure that I, you know, malama my kuleana within my family, and my, you know, I just had a baby sister born, and we have 6 of us siblings, and I was the oldest girl. So for me, you know, I don't know if my parents ever like said that I had to do it because I had to be a good example. Well, they did. You know what they did all the time. I grew up knowing that that I had to be a good example and set the example for my younger siblings, because I was the eldest girl, and and my older brother. I feel like we got that a lot, and even my sister Nalani. You know, I feel like we really got like, hey, set the example for your siblings. So I really, you know, I didn't know what maybe the highest or the best was yet, but I remember I really wanted to try and figure it out. And at the time, it seemed that college was what it was. Like everybody kind of pushed that. But even throughout my college, you know, my best was inside. I really and I really strived to be a better me, because as I continue to learn about the expectations of others, which, you know, still meet because that's how we are raised, and you know, now I'm starting to kind of come into more consciousness in my 30s, almost into my, you know, I'm going like 2 more years and I'm gonna be 40. You know, trying to figure out and trying to be strong in myself. You know, if there is expectations, either familial or societal or cultural, that I don't feel like really give me light or serve me, or makes me feel like I'm kind of, you know, in a box, I like to kind of process through that and be like a butterfly and kind of, you know, spread my wings, because, you know, kuliai kanu, we strive to reach our highest and we strive to do our best, and it's really here, our best on what we can do, you know, our na'o, in our heart, in our mind, in our spirit, and this body and around us, you know, is the best things here. Hema, you want to tell me a little bit about yours?
Yeah, mahalo Tee, that was beautiful. So in, you know, our different class meetings, we'd get together and we'd always think about what was something that stood out to us, or what do we have that other classes above and below us can't familiarize themselves with. What is something that holds us different from others, and it was the fact that we were family, inside and outside of school. And our Olelo no Eau is Hanau Ka'aina, Hanau Kiali'i, Hanau Ke Kānaka. So born is the land, born is the chiefs, and born is the commoners, and all alike. So when I and my other classmates decided on that Olelo no Eau, then it was time to choose our class colors. And I suggested a bunch of colors to everyone, and you know, again, we're different, and we don't like conforming to what society wants us to do. So we chose green and black, and the green we chose is forest green. It's not too dark, it's not too light, it's just right. It's almost that low color of the kalo. And the black, and the reason we chose black is because of Po and how our kupuna came into this world and how we go back and return to it. So connecting ourselves, familiarizing ourselves with Aina, with the Ali'is, and with the Maka'ainana. So another thing, or another reason why we all felt a deep connection to Hanau Ka'aina, Hanau Kiali'i, Hanau Ke Kānaka is because most of my class came from different walks of life, different areas in Hawaii. One came from Kauai, another from, Waimalu, another from Waipio, another from Waianae and Nanakuli, and, Eva, and just, we're all from different walks of life, all different mo'oku au hau or whakapapa, and this Olelo no Eau kind of stood out, and we held it dear to us, even to this day. So, and to me, I'm taking this to that next level of understanding of proverbs and actually using it in my everyday life. And for those of you who actually know me, you know that I hold family dear and friends, and those of you that I hold close to me, it's as if we're koko, because koko is the thing that continue to drive us and uh, continue to hold that pilina between people. So uh, yeah, hanau ka aina, hanau ke ali'i, hanau ke kanaka. Mahalo.
It's beautiful. I really love that Olelo no Eau, and the regeneration. Like Hano. I remember when I was in high school, Auntie Kikuhi and Auntie Nalani and Auntie Pua and Kamaka Iva and Kau'i, they'd all come, because my next door neighbor was actually Auntie Ipo Kanaka Ole and her late Kane Koparli. So we were able to be blessed to live right next to that, beautiful Ohana. And when they had come, I remember they taught us, and like I really loved that hano, to understand birth, and even like the way that Oli said, it's like you kind of pushing it out, like from your gut. So mahalo nui for that reminder for me about hano, yeah. And I completely agree on all three of those hanos. You talked about color, and real fast, I just want to tell you a funny story because my graduating class was also, our colors are green and gold. And my class wanted to be a little bit different. And so they said, well, what if a few of us have gold like stuff? And, like, I was like, okay. I ended up being one of the few, because nobody else wanted to really, but they wanted the scheme. So I kind of looked like a big banana, in my graduation day with my gold, and in the sea of green, I think there ended up being 6 of us that said, okay, we will wear the gold, which was really like a yellow, so my color, I don't even know where my graduation cap and gown is now, but yeah, my color was yellow, that I got to wear gold. So I like you guys way better on how, the la'o and the po, because when I think of mine, I really do feel like I look like a banana when I graduated, but I was the right banana in the green banana snap. But so, for me, as we go, special shout out to everybody who's graduating, and especially a lot of our students that we've had through our summer programs and our early college programs. I love you all. I'm yelling out my window to you guys. Please know, I love you. I'm so proud of you. This is such a huge accomplishment, especially here in Hawaii. Graduation is a big deal for us, and it's, not only a celebration of all the things that we've learned, but it's also a celebration of the time that was spent in that learning and the spaces and where we learned, and the family that supported us, even on our life for our graduation in Hana schools this past weekend. We honor people when we graduate, and it's such a huge deal because, you say, when I graduated, Tiana would like to honor and her grandmother, her mother, her teacher, her counselor, her sibling, her, auntie or uncle, or, whomever, akua, but you're able to kind of, you make your lei and give your lei to the people that you love. And so honor all of you folks graduating today. Special shout out to Hanaku, class of 2000. 20 years, you know, may we have 20 times 10 more. I'm so proud to be from Hana and to be able to be a part of that class and to have had that education of, you know, a communal aspect of educating ourselves from our community. I appreciate it. And all of my kumu, you know, continue to nana to your kumu, everyone. You know, shout out to them, all the kumus. You guys are amazing. Mahalo for all of the hard work, especially during this time and how you're trying to figure out how to continue to build relationships with your students, you know, because that's so important while they learn. Anything else, Hema, you wanted to say?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my kumu too, because most of them are the OGs from Kaiapuni, like immersion school at the beginning, and they're still going through the system and trying to push Haumana and Olelo Hawaii to its to the summit, to the nu'u, and you know, most of these kumu, when I see them and they see me, they're like, oh, what are you doing now? Do you still Olelo? What are you, you know, if you're not doing something, I can help you, you know, get into this or get into that or get into this. And I always mahalo them. And, you know, like I said before, and I said previously, if I've ever let you into my close circle, then you become a lifer. And Kaiapuni, that's one of the things. You're always a lifer, no matter where you are. And just like Hana School, it's super small. It's a super small community, and those of us that Olelo Hawaii is probably, you know, some say about 40,000, but I'm not too sure about that. But you know, the immersion school is bumping, and Hawaiians and non-Hawaiians are trying to push their haumana, their keiki, their kamali'i through these schools, and that to me is how we can then begin the next generation of pa type learning, like we spoke on previously last week. Mahalo again, Tee, for having this talk with me. Mahalo again for bringing up these old memories, the Olelo no Eau, the class colors, you know, and having me reminisce on each and every one of the kumus that have played a part in what I am today and what you are today. You know, there is nothing that can speak of that can compare to what our kumus have done in their lifetime. And as you said before, you know, we are just regenerative in the line of our kupuna. We are them, you know. We're just rebirth, hanod and hanod and hanod again. So yeah, mahalo Tee. And if you folks are interested, please check us out next week on Nanaike Kumu, Volume 6. We might have a surprise guest, we might not, depending on the moon, the sun, and the tides. Ke aloha nui a ʻoukou, ke aloha nui a ʻoe, mahalo no ka hiki ana mai ke iala. Oi no.
Mahalo nui. Love you, Emma.
Love
you all. Ahuio.